So the nodiscard functionality, it is applicable for enum and classes as well as operations. So to implement this feature, we have introduced a new widget in our C++ general page. So we have this no discard checkbox along with no message. So the no discard feature has been introduced in C++ 17, and to support the message functionality or to add a message for the no discard, it is supported from C++ 20. So we are supposed to get warnings if we are using older versions of code standard and we are using no discard. So for example, for the summation, if I go to the C++ general page and come down, okay, go a little up here, yes. So when we don't select this no discard, the message box is disabled. So let me select this and let the message be here. I will save the model and I will start building this TC. So since we are using older version of C++ code standard, yeah, once the build is complete, we can see we have got a warning that the summation CPP model API summation marking an element as no discard requires C++ 17 or later. And as I just mentioned that for supporting this message, we need C++ 20. So let's first change it to C++ 17. Save this model and test. We are expecting one more warning message. Yes, we got that regarding the message. So yeah, marking an element as no discard with a message requires C++ 20. So here is the advantage of using this local TC preference. So whenever the user wants to have his own C++ code standard with which he wants to build the model, he can change it from this local TC preference rather than changing the entire global preference for your workspace. So yeah, I will just change this to C++ 20 and save this and then build the model. So before I build the model, just let me give a small brief about this model. So as you see here, this API summation has a summation operation which is marked with no discard and a message with it. It means that whenever we are going to call this summation operation anywhere else in our code, so we need to have a return type. So the summation function, if you see the general properties, its return type is integer, and it is, if I go to the code view, it simply does a mathematical summation operation of two numbers and it returns an integer. So when we are using this, suppose for here in this example, I have used it in the initial transition code view. So the first line number 2, we have just called the summation method of API summation class, but we don't assign the return type of the summation operation to any variable. But if you see the next two constructs at line number 4 and line number 7, you see that the summation operation returns the value and it's stored in sum. And also in case of line number 7, it just stores it in an auto type variable. So it will auto compute the result into the sum one as integer. So we are supposed to get, I think, C++ messages that since it is marked as no discard, we should always have a return type for this. So let's see if I now build this model, what it shows. Yeah. So if I just look at the console carefully, so we get a warning at top.cpp warning message, discarding return value. Discarding this function's return value is not advisable. So if I go to this warning in my file, yeah, you see here we get a warning as well, and it shows, we can also see the problems view, this warning is showing up. And just coming to this C++ general. And we see we also have this message be getting populated for this warning. Also in the console view that discarding this function's return value is not advisable. This is the message which is coming from the message that I have sent. So yeah, so this is what it was still about no discard. We also have the context sensitive help where we get a description of what no discard does. So yes, mark this checkbox to set an operation or operation return type as no discard. If the result value of such an operation is discarded by the caller, the compiler will print a warning. We just saw that for our case when we used this operation and it was not initialized with any return type value, we got the warning. So this is what the no discard functionality is all about. And to support this special features of the C++ 17 and the later versions, we have this C++ code standard which is set in our TC, which you can easily change and then build your model to test this feature.